Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video on some more video game leaks. This time though, not about Hyrule Warriors, we're going to be looking at the Pokemon series. So before I get into this, if you haven't subscribed already and you enjoy this type of video, please leave a subscription because I'm thinking I'm going to start doing these types of videos more often. Anyways, this Twitter, what do you call it? Organization, I think it's a group of people, they often tweet out different Pokemon leaks. I know that with Pokemon Sword and Shield, Centro Pokemon Leaks was where I was getting all the information of the leaks from. I personally believe them to be pretty reputable. I don't think I've ever seen them predict something wrong so far. So whenever they tweet, I usually like to pay attention because I typically believe what's going to be said from their Twitter page. So they've made a tweet saying that this Nintendo insider, who's correctly leaked Nintendo Direct info in the past, has mentioned that a new main series Pokemon game, and specifically a remake, will be coming in November of 2021. So right off the bat, if Centro Pokemon Leaks are saying that this guy is reputable, I am tended to believe them, because I personally believe that Centro Pokemon Leaks is very reputable themselves. So if they're recommending someone, then it probably means that both parties are quite reputable. So we see below this tweet we have some confirmation on 4 new Pokemon games that will be occurring next year, provided that there's no more COVID delays or anything like that. The first 2 of these shouldn't be any surprise to anyone. New Pokemon Snap, well, we saw that in a trailer in a Nintendo Direct, I think a Pokemon Direct rather, like a couple months ago. Pokemon Unite, again, we saw that in the very same Direct. That's the MOBA that they're making with Tencent. Detective Pikachu 2 might surprise a couple people. We did learn about the new Detective Pikachu back in May of 2019 when there was a Game Freak CEO conference or something. It was a Japan event. It wasn't like a direct or anything, but they did mention that they were working on a Tencent game, which we now know to be Pokemon Unite, and they also mentioned that there will be a new Detective Pikachu game coming along as well. Some people may not realize, but Detective Pikachu was a DS game, or a 3DS game rather, before it actually became the movie. So that's something that we can expect in 2021, same with Pokemon Unite, and also the new Pokemon Snap. Official website still says to be determined, but if we're basing it off this leak, we can assume that that will be in 2021 sometime. And then finally, we see news about a main series remake, and Centro Pokemon Leaks has also mentioned that this lines up with info that they've tweeted out about before. So this is an old tweet of theirs, where they said a new Pokemon game is coming out next year, and they class Sword and Shield as one game. So this could be say if it was a remake, it would be Gold and Silver, or Diamond and Pearl, or something along those lines. So that's sort of what they're saying, and other sources now said that. So the way I see it, I think that Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Unite, and Detective Pikachu 2 are probably going to occur in 2021, even with COVID delays, because I'm assuming that there's probably been a fair bit of work already put on those 3 games, given that we've already seen some gameplay of them. Pokemon Unite had an event where they had 10 influencers come and play the game, a prototype demo. Pokemon Snap they've been working on for a while, and Detective Pikachu 2 you can only assume they've been working on a while as well, considering we heard about it back in mid-2019. So the only game I think might not come out 2021 is if the main series remake, whatever that might be, gets pushed back. But again, we can assume that, based on this tweet, that it will probably come in November. So the way I see it, there's probably 2 things that this new remake could be. The first one that I assume everyone would probably be hoping for is a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, or Pokemon Platinum, or something along those lines, remake. People have been crying out for those for ages, and it would make sense. We're sort of up to that cycle of remakes, so if you look at when Gen 2 remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, they came in Gen 4, then 2 generations later, when Gen 6 came out, Auras came out the next year. So again, we're now in Gen 8, an even number generation, so we should be expecting another remake of some description, if they're going to follow that same sort of timeline. And also, if you look at it, when Pokemon X and Y was released, it was released in the 12th of October 2013. Oras was then released a bit later, and only 1 year and 1 month later. So it isn't out of the question to think that we would get a new Pokemon game around November sometime. I wouldn't be surprised, given that we can see between X, Y, and Oras there was only 1 year between this time. If we're going for November 2021, there will be 2 years between the remake and the main series, rather the new generation. But I think that could have to do with maybe, again, some COVID-related delays. Maybe they were planning Sinnoh remakes or whatever it might be to be out maybe earlier in the year or maybe even this year, but I can imagine that things probably got pushed back a fair bit. So that's one thing I can see. The second thing is that maybe these remakes will be a continuation of the Let's Go series, so maybe Pokemon Let's Go for the Johto region, for example. So people were speculating that that would be something during the Pokemon Direct, but we never heard anything about it. Whether or not it's actually going to be a thing or not remains to be seen. I personally like Pokemon Let's Go, so I wouldn't be mad if they made a Let's Go for Johto as well. But I'd still believe that my preference would be with a Gen 4 remakes for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If any more information gets revealed later on through the week, I'm not sure if it will or not because this sort of seems like a one-off leak. But if anything does come to light, I will be sure to make a video on that as well. So stay tuned and there might be more content on the way. Cheers.